It's impressive because they try in every way to diminish the biggest names on the right. We see Inácio trying to do this. We see all of them doing it in the media. Their special target is Nicolas. Okay. Nicolas just released a book now with State Representative Ana Campagnolo, right? From Santa Catarina. A sales success, a real success. And even more impressive than Nicolas, right? When these people who write books, they go to launch events in bookstores all over Brazil. But look, the line was wrapping around the block of the mall, wrapping around the block. And mainly, it's nice to show these videos because they're coming with the narrative that Lula is a big hit. And the right is finished, that Eduardo Bolsonaro doesn't mean anything. They're trying to push that. And at times like these, everything gets exposed. Because we're showing in several videos that little group, the people from the hills, right, from the favelas, who voted overwhelmingly for Inácio, look at the trap coming. Lula has now put postal codes in all the favelas in Brazil, all the favelas. Did you get the move? They don't pay property and urban land taxes. They don't pay taxes. Now, with the nice postal code there, they'll have to pay taxes too. The appetite, the hunger of these people is enormous. Next year is coming. He needs a lot of money to try to get elected. Look at this outrage. These guys are... Look, when the property tax bill starts arriving, then I want to see. Hit that like button. Smash it to help us get more engagement here and come be part of our family. I'll show you everything that's happening right now. Take a look. Joaquim Teixeira's profile even mocked the Lula government for announcing that all Brazilian favelas now have postal address codes. He wrote, "Favela residents will soon pay urban property and land tax." I voted for Lula for this reason, and it remains true. It really is, right? Because, look, yeah, Globo reported it, right? Look, it's the government doing it, right? Inácio announced that he has completed the implementation of postal codes in all the favelas in the country. 12,348 communities were registered by the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics. Led by Pokemon, where 16,390,000 people live. The actions benefited peripheral regions in 656 cities. The program, started last year, is the result of a partnership with the Ministry of Cities and the Post Office, and its goal was to provide addressing to all of Brazil by the end of this year. According to Inácio, his mismanagement, no exact number exists for how many people lack the postal addressing code. The Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics classifies 280,000 addresses in slums and urban communities as lacking street names, numbers, or both, affecting 870,000 people. The program also adds 2 steps, mapping all public roads and providing in-person post office service. Why is the postal addressing code considered important? The National Secretariat for Peripheries, part of the Ministry of Cities, says a formal address is crucial for social inclusion. And also a great alternative. For what? For what? To be able to charge the urban property and land tax. Without the postal address code, there's no way to charge, to make that collection. And Inácio is like, knock, knock, knock. I want your money too. You won't escape. Because he takes that saying literally, right? Little by little, the chicken fills its beak, oh my friends, and it really does, right? The guy is desperate today. He's trying to rewrite the history of Petrobras, right? Lula resumed criticizing Operation Car Wash, claiming it ruined Petrobras. He claimed the blame lay not with the corrupt who stole millions, but with those brave enough to investigate. He's visiting several places while President Bolsonaro is away. But it doesn't help at all when you give a microphone to this lackey because empty talk is worthless. Man, that's when we see things for what they are. Speak, Ignacio, go ahead.
How they decided to destroy Petrobras and discredit you all? Whoever is wearing yellow knows the hell they've been through. You were called corrupt on the streets of this country.
Hey, nobody called the hard-working Petrobras employees corrupt. The corrupt one is you, pale face. And it's because the crimes weren't removed. You stole from Petrobras. You, Dilma, and all that gang. There was theft. Fachin used the postal code to move the cases out of Curitiba. And then, since the justice system is like a mother, the case is expired.
I couldn't go into a restaurant in this country because they tried to spread the idea of corruption. And I'm a witness. And I would bet my life that this comrade never took a single cent from Petrobras for his own benefit. Never. He was and still is persecuted. Not everything is resolved, but I want to tell you something, Sergio. Don't hang your head, don't lower.
Take off this sneaky, shameless pelego, right? But look here, look. Their problem is that the right wing is the majority here. Here is Nicolas. Congressman Nicolas Ferreira, cheered by a huge crowd of supporters in Sao Paulo. He's not even in the state where he was elected, Minas. In Sao Paulo, he and Congresswoman Ana Campagnolo launched the book together. He is himself and she is herself.
Nikolas! 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 Nikolas!
I challenge you, Lula. Go to the mall too, not just for private events. Take a walk around the mall like that there in Sao Paulo. Drop by that same mall where Nicolas was. See how loved you are, like Bolsonaro used to do. Look at the line. Look at the line for Nicolas and Congresswoman Ana signing, dedicating the books they wrote. Look at this. Look, I can't play it because of the audio, okay? That's why I muted it. Look at the line for Nicolas's autograph and dedication. Look at the line in the mall wrapping around the block. Just look. Guys, it's huge. And Nicolas greeted everyone with so much care and all the kids. Look, how cool. The Congresswoman. Very cool, my friends. Look at this. Both of them there, signing, dedicating the book. The book must be great for kids, especially if you have young children and get the chance. It's really cool, but even more so with a dedication from Nicolas, right? That boy there is. I'm one of those guys, like, I'm always united with the right. I don't think something comes out here and there. I want everyone united. And I believe that everything is working out, right? We're going to get there, to our goals. This is for a few, my friends, this is for a few. Look, just the line. Again, it was huge, no end in sight. Then I say the right side is finished, right? Completely finished, look at that. Nicolas sent messages, okay? Good old messages. Alcolumbre, Nicolas is threatening to make one of his black background videos. You know those videos he does with a black background? That get millions of views, millions of views. Then Betre, evil Batore, evil because Batore from that character was fantastic. The President of the Senate, oh, it hurts to say this. Look, it even makes me feel something, like a president. Davi Alcolumbre has been acting in favor of Lula's government, shielding Alexandre de Moraes and other Supreme Federal Court justices to the detriment of the right. His performance has displeased many, especially Federal Deputy Nicolas Ferreira, Brazil's most voted deputy and top social media engager in the last election. On his social media, Nicolas shared 3 headlines about Davi Alcolumbre's actions. Alcolumbre says he will keep the visits of the bald guy from the National Institute of Social Security to Senate offices secret. Scandal at the National Institute of Social Security. Alcolumbre's trusted man got $3 million from investigated firms. His ally claims senators' relatives threatened his life. But then there won't be any investigation in the Supreme Court. Marias won't have the federal police investigate what's hidden. It won't happen. If it were someone from the right, a congressman who never had a corruption scandal, remember that Alcolumbre, he already has old Supreme Court cases against him. Now the police might visit him for this one, but... And a guy like this won't have any problems. It's not an issue. Given the evidence presented, along with the senator's suspicious behavior, Nicolas Ferreira threatened to dedicate a black background video to the guy he called a cowardice. I think Alcolumbre deserves a black background video just for him. Your cowardice will cost you, fired the congressman. Look at the headlines. Alcolumbre says he'll keep it confidential. Scandal at the National Social Security Institute. Alcolumbre's aide got $3 million from a company under investigation. And even death threats. Guys, this guy, in his first Senate election, he received just over 100,000 votes. States this small are no longer acceptable to elect as many senators as large states. Then you end up producing people like this. You end up producing people like Hugo Motta. There's no justification for something like this. Do you realize how serious this is? Scandal at the National Institute of Social Security. An ally of Alcolumbre says he was threatened with death by the senator's relatives. And isn't there a federal police investigating this? Death threat, because this whole scandal leaked. Can you imagine? Bolsonaro administration. And if that had come out, there definitely should have been a thorough investigation. The press would be on it 24 hours a day. There's not a single word. From these nefarious ones, just one more. If there was even one to discuss, there isn't. So you can see the absurdity, the level of absurdity. It's surreal. And there you go. Who pays the price? Always the working people. Food prices have fallen for 4 straight months, according to the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics.
Good morning, sir. As a Lula voter, what do you think of this movement?
I didn't vote for that bastard, no.
Are you sure?
It's just that I'm sweaty, but...
What's that phalo like this? So how are the supply centers doing?
And people think everything's fine.
It's good, isn't it?
I'd much rather pay a lot and have a job than pay less and not have a job.
No job? How will you sell if people lack money? Isn't that right?
Even if you drop the potato price to $1 real, it still won't sell.
It won't?
There's no movement. There's no movement.
There's no money, right? Go. It's clearly getting worse. Empty city. Stores closing, you see.
The Picana right there, look.
Look, right there.
The Picana is going bad right there.
It's going badly because there are no customers. This is the Brazil that people chose, right?
I feel like eating eggs.
Hey, I don't feel guilty.
This is for the supply centers all over Brazil. Now, can you imagine, producer, that they are running a cowardly campaign to take the land from many? There are many small and medium farmers losing their property. And then, because there's the harvest plan, right, which helps the producer, the rural worker, the farmer, they get financing, plant, then repay it and repeat. That's it. Then the guys can't pay off their previous debt. They lose their properties that are... Justice has never been so fast. Justice, justice. And who is Lula trying to put in the place of people who have always had land in this country for years and years? Whether it's the small or medium. The landless workers movement, folks. Look at the atrocities we're seeing here. Food goes to waste because people can't afford to buy or feed themselves. People... Yeah, right, they're taking much less food home and always the cheapest kind. It's outrageous. I liked seeing Nikolas there. Ignacio won't be able to sleep after seeing those images. And Alcolumbre, look, is in the crosshairs. There will be a black video recorded by Congressman Nicolas. Share this video on WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook, and remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Big hug to all, stay with God. See you next video. Thanks, I'm out.